So I have finished this painting. I have left my neutral spots, and I just wanted to make sure that, oops, no neutral spots were side by side. Now I do see one that I created here, so I'm gonna paint that in really quick. Let's see, should I do a little light blue? So all my colors were made with blue and red, which when mixed create a purple. And I also used white to create different tints, which is like a lighter version of a color. So I made different purples by mixing different combinations of red and blue. And then I would mix things with white and also used white. So now that is done. I didn't want any colors that are exactly the same to be side by side. So one thing I think it needs next, because it's a little tight, is something kind of loose and wild about it. So what I'm gonna do is do a little bit of paint splattering. So I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just gonna get some of my purple and blue, and I'm gonna make it super duper duper wet. So I'm adding a lot of water and I'm mixing it in, and it needs to be wet because as I splatter, if it's too thick, if it's not mixed with water, it's not gonna splatter anywhere. Then I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna tap it. Of course, sound effects, right? So the reason I'm doing this is because this painting is super tight and nice and neat. And sometimes it's interesting to loosen a painting up. If it's so tightly painted and the edges are really sharp and there's nothing loose about it, it's fun to add something that makes it a little bit looser and more wild. So I'm gonna add this. And I don't want it to be spread out evenly everywhere. I'm just kind of concentrating on this white stripe area. So I'm keeping the splatters lighter on this side and lighter on this side. Just going right down this section. And there you go. After this dries, I'm going to trace my lines with Sharpie, and it will be done. And just because it's fun, did I get some paint on myself? Because I feel like I have some paint on my face.